This is a calm Italian bedtime story. Let your eyes close and simply listen. The sound reaches you before the space does. Not a voice, not a movement. An echo, soft, contained. The kind that belongs only to places surrounded by walls. You step into the courtyard without meaning to arrive anywhere. There is no entrance that announces itself, no threshold that asks you to pause. The ground under your feet changes texture. Stone replaces pavement, cooler, more porous. The air feels different here. It does not move freely. It lingers. The courtyard is not large. It never needed to be. It was built to hold things, not impress them. Windows rise on all sides, stacked above one another. Some dark, some dim. One glowing softly behind thin curtains. That light does not spill outward. It stays close to the glass, as if it knows better than to disturb the night. A plant sits near the wall, leaves thick and waxy. It was left outside intentionally. Italian plants learn the night early. A terracotta pot rests beneath it, chipped at the rim. Water stains mark where someone poured too much, then forgot. The stone beneath still remembers the day. Not warmth, memory of warmth. A chair leans against the wall. Metal, lightweight. It is not folded. It is not set out. It was moved aside earlier, when someone needed space to pass. You walk further in. Your footsteps do not echo sharply. The sound dissolves upward, softening as it climbs. The walls absorb more than they reflect. A clothesline stretches overhead, barely visible. Shirts hang motionless, already dry. They were not taken in before night. In Italy, when laundry is dry, it has finished its job. It is allowed to stay. A clothespin creaks faintly as a breeze passes through the narrow opening above. Then, stillness returns. You stop near the center of the courtyard. There is no center marked. You just know where it is. A small drain runs along one edge, dark and clean. Earlier, someone washed the stone here. The bucket sits nearby, tipped on its side. No one turned it upright. The night accepted it as it was. A light above one doorway flickers slightly, then steadies. It will stay on all night, not for safety, for habit. Italian courtyards carry habits longer than people. From one of the upper floors, a window closes, slowly, not pushed. Someone taking care not to wake the building. You do not look up in time to see them. Only the sound remains. A faint clink follows. A latch settling. The courtyard exhales. A scooter passes somewhere outside the walls. Here, it sounds distant, filtered. The city does not intrude. It circulates around. A broom rests near a doorway, bristles worn thin at the edges. It was used earlier, after dinner. Not thoroughly. Italian cleaning often stops when it feels sufficient. A doormat lies slightly crooked. No one straightened it. No one needed to. The smell here is layered. Stone, water, leaves, a trace of detergent. Something cooked hours ago and already gone. You sit briefly on the edge of a low planter. The stone is cool now, solid. It does not shift under your weight. From here, the courtyard feels taller. The walls rise quietly, holding the sky in a narrow rectangle above. A single star is visible, then another. They do not seem far, just paused. A shutter on the second floor is closed halfway. It stays like that every night. Enough to block the street, enough to let the dark in. A curtain moves behind the glass. Someone passing through a room without stopping. The courtyard listens. A cat crosses near the drain. Black, almost invisible. It moves without sound, pauses once, then disappears behind a bicycle leaning against the wall. The bicycle has not been moved in days. Dust has settled on the seat. The lock hangs loose around the frame. Italian bikes rest until they are needed again. You stand. The air shifts slightly, not cooler, just different. A second light goes out on the third floor, then another. The pattern is unplanned, organic. The courtyard does not follow a schedule. A faint drip continues near the drain. One drop every few seconds. No one rushes to stop it. Water belongs here. You walk slowly toward the far side. The stone underfoot changes tone where it was replaced long ago. A repair done without matching color. Only function. Italian repairs rarely aim for invisibility. They aim for continuation. A small table rests against the wall, folded flat. It was used earlier. A plate was set there. Now it waits. A single chair remains open nearby. Not stacked. Someone will deal with it tomorrow. The courtyard grows quieter, not because sounds stop, but because attention softens. Your breathing follows. Slower, deeper, not intentional. The space does not ask you to relax. It simply removes reasons not to. A breeze passes overhead again, tugging lightly at the laundry. Fabric touches fabric. The sound is brief, comforting. From a window above, a radio murmurs for a moment, then is turned down. Not off, just lowered enough to fade. Someone falling asleep mid-sentence. The courtyard holds that too. You move back toward where you entered. Nothing has changed, but everything feels settled. The bucket still lies on its side. The chair still leans. The plant remains outside. The light above the doorway hums quietly. This space does not close. It does not signal completion. It simply continues, holding the night in place between its walls. And without asking you to leave, without marking the moment, it allows you to no longer be part of it. The courtyard stays. Windows darken one by one. Air settles. Stone cools fully. Somewhere beyond the walls, the city moves on. Here, nothing needs to. The space remains exactly as it is, long after you have stopped noticing it. A sound returns briefly, then leaves again, not loud enough to define, just enough to be noticed and forgotten. Somewhere above, a drawer is opened, then closed, carefully. The courtyard receives the sound and softens it immediately. A window remains lit on the highest floor. The light is cooler than the others were. Someone's still awake without needing to be. The walls hold the temperature of the day a little longer. Not warmth, residual presence. Stone does not forget quickly. A faint shadow shifts along the ground as the light above flickers again. It does not settle anywhere specific. It just moves, then stops. You notice a small crack running along the base of the wall. It has been there for years. Water has followed it patiently, leaving darker lines behind. No one sealed it. It drains what needs draining. A second plant sits near a doorway, smaller than the first. Its leaves are thinner, more fragile. It was brought inside once, years ago, then placed back out and left. Italian courtyards do not rescue what learns to survive. A thin layer of dust covers the window sills, undisturbed, even. No fingerprints, no marks. Dust settles where time allows it to. A faint smell of soap drifts from one stairwell opening. Someone washed earlier. Not recently. The scent has thinned, but not disappeared. A mop head rests inside a bucket now, water evaporating slowly. The handle leans at an angle that seems accidental but never changes. You realize how many objects here are balanced rather than placed. The courtyard understands balance. From above, footsteps cross a room, bare, unhurried. They do not pause at the window. The night continues without commentary. A breeze enters again from the open sky. Cooler now. It carries a different scent this time. Damp stone from somewhere else. A street further away. The laundry moves once more. Just a breath. A clothespin loosens slightly, then holds. The courtyard does not correct small failures. It accommodates them. The bicycle chain reflects a thin line of light. Dust dulls it. No one oils it at night. Maintenance belongs to daylight. You notice the sound of your own breathing again, not because it changed, because everything else has quieted around it. A shadow crosses the lit window above. Someone passing, not stopping. The light dims slightly, then returns to the same level. It will stay on longer than necessary. Italian lights often do. A door closes somewhere within the building. Not the courtyard door, an internal one. The sound is cushioned by walls that have learned how to keep secrets. The courtyard remains neutral. It does not respond. It does not shift. The stone floor has cooled fully now. The memory of warmth is gone. Only structure remains. You stand still longer than intended, not waiting, just present. There is no moment where the courtyard feels complete. It simply remains available. The night above narrows further. The sky holds fewer visible details. The star you noticed earlier fades behind a thin veil of cloud. Nothing replaces it. The space does not require decoration. A final sound arrives, a distant laugh, already dissolving as it reaches the walls. The courtyard absorbs it without reaction. You sense the rhythm of the building settling deeper. Pipes quiet, floors rest. The light above the doorway hums softly, unchanged. The bucket, the chair, the plant, the laundry all remain exactly where they were. No one adjusts them for the night. They are already correct. At some point, without marking it, the courtyard no longer includes you. Not because you leave, but because it does not need you. The walls continue to hold the air. The light continues to glow. The objects continue their patient stillness. The night moves on elsewhere. Here, nothing moves at all. And that is how it stays. More Italian bedtime stories coming very soon. If you enjoyed this moment of calm, subscribe and like the video for more gentle storytelling.